What's the difference between fission fiber optics and wireless antenna-based internet providers like WebPass? To get a basic understanding, let's look at the delivery methods of both services. Companies like WebPass provide their services by placing an antenna on the roof, taking down the signal and sending it to switches that sit in a closet and run over Ethernet cables to your unit. Your internet signal is delivered over these copper pairs. These antennae have a typical capacity of 2 gigabits per second of bandwidth under optimal conditions. That means everyone in the complex has to share that 2 gig connection, and it can't be easily upgraded. So if you live in a 400-unit building, you are sharing that 2 gigabits per second with all of your neighbors. Divided up between all units, each home will have a maximum download speed of 5 megabits per second at those popular times when everyone is accessing the internet, and that's not including multiple devices within each unit. This kind of system design is banking on the fact that not everyone will be at home or on the computer at one time. In the industry, we call it oversubscription. Basically, the provider is betting against customers needing that bandwidth simultaneously, and that is a guarantee for inconsistent service. For example, during peak hours like 8 p.m. to midnight when most of us are online, speeds slow down. As more people go online, the slower it gets, because remember, you are all sharing the same bandwidth, and during off hours, only a handful of users on the system will get all the speed the provider promised. This is how companies can sell a service and claim higher speeds for a large number of subscribers, when in reality, it's simply not the case. Because when everyone's online for major events like awards shows, political debates, or major sports games, they are sharing the bandwidth, and everyone loses out on the experience just when it matters most. In the old days, oversubscription could work. Basically, we used the internet to send and receive emails, do basic information searches, and maybe a little shopping. And this activity required little bandwidth that came in bursts of data traffic and relied on your computer's cache to store the information, rather than having you continually stream data. But today, the internet has evolved. More and more of the premium content we want is hosted in the cloud. And we are using more bandwidth-intensive activities than ever before, like streaming movies and music, online video games, or live video chat. According to Netflix, an HD movie requires 3 to 5 megabits to stream at medium quality, and to view their best 4K UHD videos requires up to 15 megabits per second. So what happens when you want to stream a show over the internet in a shared network environment? During peak usage times, when lots of users are connected, you can watch one HD movie at medium quality. But when someone else in the building wants to watch a movie too, the signal for everyone gets noticeably weaker, or even worse, stops working altogether. And remember that antenna on the roof being shared between all your neighbors? Guess what happens to the signal when there's rain, or even a hurricane? At a time when you want to watch a program indoors the most, rain fade prevents the sending and receiving antennas from talking to each other, blocking the signal. And at worst, high winds can turn that antenna into flying debris. This old method of providing internet service just doesn't meet today's needs and will not work in the future. Think about Amazon Alexa, or that Chromecast stick you just got, or your home security system. As more devices and appliances in your home come to rely on the internet, they're all going to need the proper bandwidth to function. So how is fission fiber optics by Hotwire Communications different? Hotwire delivers its video and internet services with fiber optics. No thicker than a single strand of hair, fiber is the most advanced technology available today, comprised of a special glass so it can send data literally at the speed of light. At that speed, we have the capacity to deliver 800 gigabits per second with our current equipment. That is 400 times faster than the capacity of even the most advanced antenna technology. And it's not just one strand of fiber going into each building Hotwire services. We bring in a bundle of 144 fiber pairs. That means that we have the capacity to deliver 144 times 800 gigabits per second, or over 100,000 gigabits per second to your building. Is it better to have 2 gigabits or 100,000 gigabits? Let's look back at those 400 units in the building now. With the existing equipment that Hotwire has in place today, if Hotwire lights up one of the pairs of fiber to the building, that would be 800 gigabits divided by 400 units, meaning every unit would be guaranteed 2 gigabits of bandwidth today. Every single unit in the building can watch 4K video streams at the same time, without quality degradation, pixelation, or buffering. Even in large families with multiple devices online at the same time, everyone in your home will get plenty of bandwidth, guaranteed for many years to come. Once installed in your unit, we don't put any other buildings, homes, or communities on your network. In fact, our fiber is run directly into your unit alone, acting as your personal access point to the internet and all it has to offer. And what about the tech needs of tomorrow? Well, we've got you covered there too. Without any additional construction and over that same pair of fiber, we can add a small piece of additional equipment the size of a pizza box and realize the full capacity of the fiber. And gradually, as more pairs get lit up, every unit has the potential to receive dedicated internet speeds of 250 gigabits per second on the fiber infrastructure already built today. Talk about future-proof. Delivered safely underground from our secure co-location facility, fiber is stable no matter what weather may happen outside. A fiber optics network built today will ensure your needs are met now and for years to come. So which technology do you want to power your building? A dedicated direct line of fiber with 2,000 megabits of bandwidth for your family to enjoy? Or an inconsistent 5 megabits of antenna-based Ethernet that can fluctuate as it's shared between your neighbors? The answer is clear. Fission Fiber Optics by Hotwire Communications, bringing the technology of the future into your home today.